Assassin's Creed Odyssey has a lot of armor sets inspired by Spartan warriors, but you can of course also be an awesome looking assassin with a hood and a robe you come to expect from the series. I got some brand new assassin gameplay from a high-end player, so I want to show you that in this video and also share some new things I learned about this stealth style of play. So if you enjoy that, then a like would be super appreciated. And let's go. During my trip to Ubisoft Quebec, of course the development studio of Odyssey, I got a chance to look at the 3 different playstyles you can choose in the game. And good to note is that you can of course mix and match, so if you want to be an assassin that also does a ton of ranged abilities, go right ahead, or an assassin that is also great up close, then you can do that by spending points in both the assassin and the warrior line of the ability window. For this video though, I want to focus on the assassin abilities, so sneaking into a camp and killing enemies via brutal takedown moves, a more traditional Assassin's Creed approach. Here we see a level 25 character, but it has the power of someone from level 40. The max level in Odyssey is by the way 50, so this character is really strong. So because this footage is from a developer build, they could give this level 25 character the skills from a level 40 person. You also see a more traditional Assassin's Creed armor. I could sadly not show you any footage of the gear window, but I do know that the armor is called Pilgrim, and if you watch my previous Odyssey videos, then you know that the legendary armor pieces are now part of sets that reward you for wearing the full set. So you get a set bonus. So for example, in this case, if you wear the full Pilgrim set, as you see right here, then you consume 40 less adrenaline while doing the Shadow of Nyx ability that lets you become invisible thanks to the power of the Spear of Leonidas, of course a first Civ artifact. So while using the Shadow of the Nyx, you drain adrenaline, and that is needed to do these active abilities. So if you wear this full armor set, you can be invisible for longer. Before we engage, it's of course smart to tag as an assassin player all the nearby targets and reveal any secrets. You can do that with Icarus, but also with the Revelation skill you unlock pretty early on. It's similar to the Eagle Vision from the previous games. The main thing you of course want to do is sneak up to the enemy and take him out when you are close by, instantly looting him as well. But more interesting is the critical assassination ability. And you can use this one instead of the regular assassinate by holding the assassination button while you are ready to jump onto the target. This does not only have a different assassination animation kicking the target away as well, but also significantly increases the damage. Here we see that if this ability is at level 3, and that is the max level of every ability, then you deal 300 assassin damage, so that will be really handy to take out boss type of enemies that will not die from a regular assassinate. Because of course, just like in Origins, enemies will not simply die after an assassination ability, but take a lot of damage based on your level and the stats. The next assassin ability is interesting because you can do it while in combat, so the critical assassination is something you can do while you are still in stealth. But with Hero Strike, you can unleash assassin damage while fighting an enemy. And that is great because if you are a character with a lot of gear pieces, that enhances your assassin damage instead of the warrior damage that you normally use while fighting, then you can still get in some nice hits when the enemies are onto you. Oh, and let's be honest, it looks really cool as well, slicing the target in multiple ways. One move you will likely be using a lot in the assassin playstyle is the Rush Assassination ability that lets you throw the Spear of Leonidas onto the target, and then the camera cuts to you taking it out and killing the target off. More interesting though is that you can chain this ability up to 3 enemies when you have fully upgraded the ability, increasing your assassin damage in the process as well. So if you have a lot of increased assassin damage, you can easily kill off a group without them having a chance to do something back. Worth noting is that it's even possible to chain it back to a big target that maybe does not get killed by one rush assassination. So if you then go to another target and then go back to this big target, you can hit him multiple times with the same ability. A great tactic. And those are a couple of ways to take out your targets without them noticing, but if they do, you can use the Vanish that stuns the enemies so you can find a safe place to hide and get back into stealth again. Oh, and of course, if an enemy does not see you, you can also kick them off a mountain. Subscribe for way more Assassin's Creed Odyssey videos, including gameplay of the other playstyles with a high-end version. I got videos with in-depth looks at the warrior and hunter styles coming your way as well. And way more stuff I learned from my trip to Ubisoft Quebec. Trust me, there are still a ton of awesome things coming your way. Subscribe to miss nothing, drop a like to support the channel, check out my recent video with never seen before gameplay of awesome new cutscenes, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.